Hey, it's Dr. Gary from Chiropractic USA, and I'm just wrapping up my day here, getting ready to head home, and I just wanted to share with you a couple things today. Monday, I did an unthinkable action in the office today, and before I get to that, let me just talk for a second about the greatest generation. Tom Brokaw coined the greatest generation, the World War II generation. They went to war for our country. They built our country in many respects. They made it through the Great Depression. They've fought so many battles and have won so many battles over their lifetimes and have contributed to shaping our country. And today, that generation, the greatest generation, is part of Isolation Nation. We've talked about the times that we're in right now with this social distancing. Nobody wanting to give hugs or high fives or having to stay at home and be isolated. So isolation leads to despair and it leads to depression. Depression is often followed by suicide. We have this greatest generation right now that are being kind of trapped in their homes. Some of them, their spouses have passed on. They might not be in contact with their family, their kids, their grandchildren. They're isolated, they're alone. This is why in past videos, I've encouraged you to reach out to family members, to friends, to neighbors who are elders, who are part of that greatest generation, and check in on them. They need us right now. They need people to speak to. They need people to interact with. They need to experience humanity. And there's nothing more important than human touch, human interaction, connectedness. So today, the unthinkable action that I committed today, I got to see somebody who I haven't seen in about 4 weeks. Her husband passed away. He was a World War II veteran. Both patients of ours here in the practice, just phenomenal people. And he passed away about 4 weeks ago when I was away on vacation. And I haven't seen her since. And she came in today. She was happened to go to the grocery store, and she didn't know why, but she felt God led her to the office today. So she came in to just say hello, and of course, my team chatted with her, and I was just finishing up with patients, and they encouraged her, hey, what better time to get adjusted? Let's get you adjusted right now. She didn't want to impose on us, but of course, we gave her some love and would never let her leave without giving her spine and nervous system some love after all the stress and the emotional turmoil that she's been through. But I sat with her and chatted with her for a few minutes, and just again, fear and panic and confusion in her eyes through a face mask, in tears, because she's just lost her husband. Because our country is shut down right now, she can't have any services for him. So she has his ashes at home, and she is not used to being at home alone. He was by her side every single day. And she's not had any contact with family. She's not had any contact with neighbors or friends. She's alone. She's hurting. She's emotional. She's distraught. She's leading to that despair and that depression. So we chatted for a little while, and I said, let me do the best thing I can for you, which is let me give you some love and let me give you, a great adjustment to get some stress off of that nervous system, to calm that nervous system. And, I gave her an adjustment, and then she got up off of that table. We chatted some more, and in that conversation, that unthinkable, unspeakable action, I just stopped her. I stopped her conversation. I grabbed her by the hands, and I said, come here. And I gave her a big hug. Yes, I broke the social distancing, requirement that's out there. Middle of the office, people around, I gave her a big hug. And this woman, this elderly woman who is part of that greatest generation, that World War II generation, part of the group of people who fought for our country, who shaped our country. Her husband was a World War II veteran. She literally crumbled in my arms, melted into me, and broke down crying. And she said, you do not know how much this hug means to me right now. I've had nobody since my husband's left. And, there's something to be said, people, for humanity and human touch. There's nothing more powerful than human touch with a loving intention. And the way that shapes people, the way that impacts people, the way that helps with connectedness and expresses humanity to people. The fear and panic and hysteria that's going on in this country right now is going to do more damage to people than this virus. We already know that. We already see the numbers changing. We see that deaths in this country that were projected to be in the millions have now dropped down to maybe 50,000, which is an average flu season. I'm not making light of that in any way. Every one of those people matter. Every one of those lives matter. But to shut down the economy, to shut down the world and create the panic, the fear, the hysteria that the media has done and what the government has done is just not acceptable. This generation of people right now who are alone, they're in despair. Right now, we're going to see domestic abuse going up. We're going to see child abuse going up. We're going to see depression followed by suicide going up. You look at the job losses right now, we're at 10 million. People can't feed their family. They're concerned about dollars and where their job's going to come from. But think about all the elders in our community right now who are isolated, who are feeling alone, who might be plugged into the news 24/7, heightening their stress levels. Listen, right now, this is the time where the best of humanity needs to shine in all of us, where we need to reach out to people. We need to give them some extra love and support. Hug them. Give somebody a hug. You never know how far reaching that brief, momentary interaction will be. I don't care what they say about social distancing. Give someone a damn hug. I'm tired of the air high fives and the air hugs. It doesn't work. People need to be loved. They need to be touched. There's nothing more powerful than human touch. So, God was just present in our office today. I had another person come in later during our patient flow, and some of you who are on here who are listening, who are our chiropractors, she was actually a patient of Reggie Gold. And now you know Reggie Gold. He's a chiropractic icon. So this woman's been coming to see us now for a few weeks, and today gave her an adjustment, and she asked me to come around. We were chatting, and there was a song on the radio. It was a Christian song, and she grabbed my hands and she just started to pray over me, just fervently prayer, just pouring out of her mouth, just praying over me. And I could do nothing else but just bend down. I put my forehead to her forehead. She was crying. And I just literally felt the presence of God in our practice today. And she just thanked God. She asked for blessings and praise in our practice. My hands and all the people that our team gets to touch every day and every week. And again, an expression of humanity, God being in that practice, God being in these interactions, in the details of our everyday. Never miss an opportunity like that with somebody. So please check in on your neighbors, check in on family members, check in on loved ones who are elders, who are alone. They might need groceries. They might need just a smile, a hello, a something, some kind word or gesture. More than anything else, though, these people who are alone, they need human connectedness. They need humanity. They need a hug. Reach out and hug someone. Do the unthinkable today along with me. So I just wanted to share that with you and just wrap up my day here. And just, again, so very blessed and grateful for the community of people that we get to serve here. And I have to tell you, being in the presence of our office during the day, it's almost business as usual. The people who are coming in really get it. They understand why they're coming in. And, they're doing things proactively to support their body with self-care. They're doing things proactively to make sure their nervous system stays calm, that it's adapting to these stressful times the best way they possibly can. They're maintaining their adjustments. They're referring other people in. And, the more people that we have doing that, the healthier that we're going to be. This virus is not going away. There's going to be other viruses, as we've talked about, that are going to come right after it. So we've got to continually strengthen the host, not seek to attack the virus or bacteria or disease. That is a never-ending battle. And unfortunately, right now, the more you're paying attention to things, you're seeing that this is not about a virus. It's about money. It's about power. It's about greed. It's about control. So more on that another time later this week. For now, just appreciate the opportunity to wind my day down here and head on home. And just thanks for all of your comments, your suggestions, your feedback from these videos. I love and appreciate you all. And that's it for now. So blessings to you and to your families. Dr. Gary, over and out.